Here's a clear, up-to-date overview of the Ashes of Creation drama, which has become one of the biggest stories in gaming this year. In major recent development, reports from multiple news outlets indicate that Ashes of Creation, developed by Intrepid Studios, has effectively collapsed just weeks after its Steam Early Access launch. This has sparked outrage from players, who have allegedly accused the company of rug-pulling or scamming. Ashes of Creation was supposed to be the MMO that saved the genre, some claiming it as the WoW killer. A living world where player actions shape cities, economies, and politics. No theme park rails. Instead, dynamic modes, meaningful PvP, and long-term consequences. On paper, it sounded incredible. And because of that, expectations went through the roof, especially after years of crowdfunding, cosmetic sales, and paid alpha access. Years of hype. Millions crowdfunded, and big promises about player-driven worlds. But now, the game is surrounded by controversy, community infighting, and serious questions about its future. So what actually happened to Ashes of Creation? And why is everyone arguing about it? Let's break it down. Ashes of Creation development took a long time. And while delays aren't unusual for MMOs, concerns started piling up. Repeated missed timelines. Expensive cosmetic packs sold years before launch. Paid alpha tests that felt more like rough tech demos. Some players were fine with it, saying, "It's alpha, this is normal." Others started asking tougher questions. Why is monetization moving faster than the game itself? When the game finally became playable for more people, the reaction was mixed. Bugs, performance issues, missing systems. That's where things really started to fracture. Some creators and players publicly criticized the state of the game. Others defended Intrepid Studios aggressively, arguing criticism was unfair or harmful. The community turned into two camps, believers versus skeptics, and the discourse got ugly. Several content creators stepped away from the game entirely, saying they felt misled or uncomfortable with how feedback was handled. Intrepid Studios pushed back, calling some claims false or exaggerated. This escalated tensions even more, because now it wasn't just about the game. It was about trust. Trust between developers, creators, and the community. On top of all that, reports and rumors about finances, leadership decisions, and internal struggles started circulating. Nothing officially confirmed every accusation, but the damage was already done. Players began asking, where did all the money go? Was this mismanagement or just overambition? And what happens to backers if the project can't recover? These questions still don't have clear answers. Is Ashes of Creation a scam? This is the big debate. Some people say yes, accusing them of alleged rug pulling. A rug pull is a scam where developers hype a new project to attract investor funds, only to suddenly abandon it, remove all liquidity, or steal the invested assets. Others say it was just an ambitious MMO that collapsed under its own weight. Right now, there's no official proof it was an intentional scam. But there are signs of poor planning, communication issues, and unrealistic expectations. As if things weren't bad enough, Intrepid Studios founder Steven Sharif resigned yesterday. His departure triggered a mass leadership exodus and a broader studio crisis. The studio then issued WARN Act notices, laying off roughly 250 developers and essentially shutting down operations. It is important to note that the reason people are calling this a potential rug pull is that in June 2017, a Kickstarter campaign was launched. According to Intrepid Studios, crowdfunding was decided on to, quote, connect directly with the players most invested in our success. The problem is, to my understanding, that these donations would have had to be refunded if the game never released to the public. Since the game launched early access on Steam December 11th, 2025, there lies the loophole. Ashes of Creations did launch from December 11th, 2025 to January 34th, 2026. Therefore, the donations technically don't have to be refunded because the project did launch but failed. Now you understand why players are upset? This is Steven's post regarding his departure. Ashes of Creation is a cautionary tale about hype, about long development cycles, and how fragile trust is in modern game development. Whether the game can recover or becomes another MMO footnote is still up in the air. But one thing's clear: the drama didn't come from nowhere. If you want more honest gaming news without the hype, hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, do you think Ashes of Creation can recover? Or is it already over?